guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is currently Monday morning, my longest week because I work this weekend. So I'll be working from 7:30 to 6 this week. I believe I am off Thursday and Friday, and then I work Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I just decided to just pick up the camera, bring you guys along for the week. And then, like I said in my previous video, I'm just going to take you guys along for the day. And then at the end of each day, I'm going to do my best to recap and show you guys or tell you guys what I did, because I wanted to provide you guys a more detailed day-to-day in my life. But, you know, obviously because I work in a hospital, I can't show you guys as much. So hopefully this video is going to be the experiment. Fingers crossed it works. So right now I'm making a pot of coffee right now. It is 6:10. I'm going to leave around maybe like 6:50 because I have to be there by 7:30. Update the handoff, look at the census. You guys know the drill based on what happened this weekend. So let's get to it. Okay, so I just got to the hospital right now. I'm going to log in, check my emails, look at the census, update the handoff, and then see what I need to focus on today. And then I'll go into details as to how I prioritize my day, because I know that I got a lot of questions because I have a few social workers who also work in the hospital, and they say that they try to make a list on what patients to follow, and they want to know how I'm able to maintain or follow my list. So I'll go into greater details about that later on, hopefully at the end of my day when I recap. But yeah, so let me look at the email and then we'll go from there.
내게 한 가지 소원을 묻는다면 사랑이란 것을 목매 딸리지 않게 해줘. 난 그냥 자유롭게 멀리 날아가고 싶어. 가끔 모든 것이 너 잡는 것처럼 느껴지네. 이 세상은 무지개 세겠지만 나는 흙들 속에 살아가고 있게 오직 한 가지만 추구해. 그렇지만 나는 어떡해. 이 노래가 너를 조금만이라도 자유롭게 해준다면 그게 내 마음이야. So darling, won't you fly with me to the rainbow, to the stars of the Milky Way. 보내줄게 all the stars you say. We can make it by the morning. 아침이 오기 전 오른쪽에서 두 번째의 별을 돌아 똑바로 날았는데. So darling, won't you fly with me. 또 닿을 때까지 느껴봐 이제, 느껴봐 이제.
Hey guys, it's currently Tuesday morning. I just got into the hospital right now. I'm actually going to recap what happened yesterday tomorrow because I'm off Wednesday and Thursday, so I wanted to kind of get into details as to what happened yesterday and what I did yesterday. So right now, currently construction is going on, but I'm going to check my email to see if one of my patients left, because I was able to secure a bed, but they were pending a COVID test. So let me look into that. I'm going to look at the census, update the handoff, and then I will check in with you guys after.
She likes chocolate covered strawberries and wine. She likes notes that say I love you all the time. Roses at your feet, baby girl be mine. Baby girl be mine. Yeah, hey. Look, pick up your phone, I need your attention. My girl so bad we call her detention. I am so glad we moved beyond friendship. I am so glad your mama like me. Squared up with Cupid, told her fight me. I stole your love, he shot my heart. I'm losing breath, it's getting dark. I think I might need CPR. Tell me, do you love me like I do? Tell me what you willing to prove, 'cause I ain't got nothing to lose. It's true. you mean the world to me. Travel around the globe, but I know that you the only girl for me. And I gotta let you know, she likes chocolate covered strawberries and wine. She likes notes that say I love you all the time. Roses at your feet, baby girl be mine. Baby girl be mine. Look, you know you the baddest in the game. Show you how to blow like Lil Wayne. Baby, I ain't hard to please. Girl, tell me what you need.
Alright guys, it's currently Wednesday morning. I'm off today and tomorrow, so I decided to just, rather than recapping Monday evening, Tuesday evening, I just decided to recap when I'm off, only because I want to give, you know, a better detail as to what happened, what I did, you know, and how I organized my day, because a lot of people were asking, how do I prioritize my day? And if something comes up, you know, how do I maintain my list? So let's get into it. Monday, I was spending all day really following up with what my coworkers left for me to do from the weekend. It was the New Year holiday, so a lot of places were closed, such as skilled nursing facilities, insurance offices, hospice, assisted living facilities, home healthcare agencies, DME companies. Everything was closed. So a lot of our patients end up staying, or, you know, some patients and families were like, you know what, just forget it. We'll just take the patient home, and then we'll follow up with you guys later on this week, which we do have a community social worker to follow up with. Okay, so Monday, I spent a lot of time at my desk really just making follow-up calls to see if we have authorized from the insurance to send the patient to a skilled nursing facility or an inpatient rehab facility. And I do have another coworker who works in our team. We work in the triad team. So in the case management team, there's always a social worker, a nurse case manager, and a discharge planning coordinator. The nurse case manager focuses on the clinical aspect. They look at their, you know, progress notes from the physicians, the specialists, and to see what additional things they will need to manage their care once they've been discharged. Now, I also have a discharge planning coordinator who normally just sends out referrals. They wait on my directive to say, hey, can you send a SNF referral to these facilities from the patient's choice? Or can you see if we can get authorization from this patient's insurance because they really want to go to an inpatient rehab? So while they're dealing with all of that, you know, my job is really to just communicate with the patient, family, physicians, nurses, and sometimes I do contact a lot of facility reps because my discharge planning coordinator also works on other floors. So sometimes they can be overwhelmed and backed up. So sometimes I just step in and just make calls myself, because really it takes me like 3 minutes, but it takes them longer because they have other floors to worry about. So Monday, I really focused on following up on the referrals because there were active discharge orders, so they were my priority really, because they've been there for like the last few days. I wasn't really able to get a lot of the patients out, only because people are coming back from the holidays. They have to look over the clinicals, they have to give me an update, and on top of that, with the COVID increase, a lot of the facilities cut their admission in half. So literally all week we've been finding beds just to get a bed, and then because they were very limited on how many people they can admit, we had to like race to get authorization. We really had to get PT on the case to assess them. So it was just a lot of back and forth. And really, as a social worker, I kind of wear all hats in the hospital, if that makes sense, because sometimes I do have to learn a lot of medical knowledge, a lot of medical terms to really assist my patients with discharge planning. And my floor is a med surg floor, which means I get all sorts of patients coming from hospice, from patients who have trach vents, ortho. It's just, I have all sorts of patients, whereas other floors, there can be specialty floors. So for me, it's beneficial for me because then I get to learn everything. So I find that that's very helpful. So my floor, I tend to get a lot of complex cases. The reason why they're very complex is because of their condition. They can be unweanable from a trach or vent, so we can't send them to a long-term acute facility. Now, a long-term acute facility is another version of a hospital, but while they're there, they're focused on weaning from their trach, able to breathe on their own, rehab, all that. So I have a lot of patients who are very complex. Now, this one particular case, I'll just speak in general terms of it. He was an inmate and then he was free at a certain date in December. So now we're working with the probation officer to see what we can do to find placement for him. My job right now is to find family members, other benefits that he may have insurance-wise, to see what we can find for him for in the community. You know, because there's no regular family that he has. He's, you know, he has a lot going on medically, so he really doesn't qualify, or it's not a safe discharge for him to just go to a transition home because he's not really able to walk. He's walking like maybe I would say less than 10 feet with 2 people to assist. He's on dialysis and like he requires oxygen. So it's just he has a lot of things going on, and if we just send him to the transition home, then something can happen, you know. So as a social worker, it's my job to really assess that, is to look over, okay, how far and how much is he ambulating, what would his transition home would be if he was to go from here to the transition home. I have to figure out how we can coordinate his outpatient dialysis, his chair appointments. So I literally spent Monday and Tuesday speaking to the probation officer, working with our nephrologist, our physicians, my nurse case manager. So it was literally all hands on deck. And my supervisor was also on the case. I also had to contact the VA because he also received benefits from the VA. And then it was honestly interesting for me because this was my first time really taking point on a case where I had to collaborate with different people, and then I was able to find a lot of information with my nurse case manager to assist me, so that was really helpful. Then, you know, when I came back yesterday morning, he ended up coding, so I'm still following the case. It's just now he's in our ICU, and my coworker who works in the ICU floor is also looking at the case as well. So that's what happened. That's what happened on Monday. Tuesday I came in, or yesterday I came in, I basically just looked at the census and see what I need to continue the work on, because there were some things I left for the PM social worker, but because they have the entire hospital, there are some things that they can and can't get to. A lot of my patients were just waiting for a bed available at a skilled nursing facility. We're still waiting because the COVID increase here is just skyrocketing. Yeah, so I really spent all day just opening a lot of patients, doing assessments, because some of the patients have been here for like 3, 4, 5 days, and ideally that should not be the case, but because it was so busy, people are coming back from the holidays, and I'm just picking up from where my coworkers left off, I figured, especially last week was just too crazy, but I just decided, since it wasn't as hectic and chaotic yesterday, I just decided to just open up as many patients as I can, and like I had a few discharge orders along with those assessments. So I spent literally all day just speaking with patients, doing assessments, confirming their demographic information, making sure that their home environment is safe for them to return home. And sometimes I had a few orders that had a sniff eval, hospice eval. So in cases like that, if I need to do an assessment with a patient and the physician has put in an order for like a hospice referral, so there I make sure I print a list of hospice facilities that we work with, and then when I speak to the patient and family, I explain to them their options as well as the process of hospice while doing the assessment. Based on that, at the end of the discussion, they normally pick 3 facilities for me to send the referrals, and then from there the hospice reps takes over. They talk to them, they answer any questions they have. And normally the family would tell me, hey, we'll go with this hospice or we'll go with that hospice. And it's the same thing with SNF referrals as well. We normally ask them to give us like 2, 3 or 4 facilities because, again, with COVID and it's based on bed availability, we always want to be proactive. So I always tell them that as well. I don't know why I started sniffing all of a sudden. Like, there's nothing. I did deep cleaning last weekend, so I don't know why I'm like starting to sniffle. I don't have COVID, but yeah, so that's literally, I think I worked on 13 patients yesterday, so it was pretty busy because my unit partner works today and tomorrow, so I just wanted to make sure she didn't have too much to do. And I was really reporting back and forth to my supervisor as well because she really wanted to know more about what's going on with the complex cases. So that's literally what's been going on between Monday and Tuesday. A lot of phone calls, a lot of following up, a lot of emails were exchanged because I had to work on that complex case. I was working hand in hand with my nurse case manager who was very helpful. So I appreciate her for that. And that's literally it, to be honest. And normally when I prioritize my day, when you guys see me like highlighting and writing, so normally I color coordinate my highlighter. So if I need to, and I also use shapes on my senses. So if I need to open a patient, I always put a circle by their name. I put NTO, need to open. And then on the comment box, there's like a comment section box when we print things out, when we print the census out, I put the orders that I need to work on because a lot of the physicians will put in medication order, SNF eval, hospice eval, social work needs, discharge consideration, transition discharge needs. So when I do the assessment, I always look at those, and then when I speak to them, I make sure I touch point. I just make sure I touch on those orders that the physician has put in. So that's how I prioritize my day. Normally, the way I really focus on my day is that my discharges and discharge planning comes first. If orders needs to be complete, but the assessment has already been done, then I'll work on that along with proxies or advanced directives, because a lot of the times we do have patients who are deemed incapacitated, so that does take priority in case something comes up. Procedures needs to come up, so we need to have permission from a family member or a healthcare surrogate. And then after that, I really focus on, assessments if a patient has not been open yet, and then just follow-ups. If everything's been done but they're just waiting for a procedure, or they just here to continue their antibiotics treatment, normally for that I just pop my head in and say, hey, I just want to reintroduce myself. My name is An. I'm here to assist you. I'm the social worker. If you have any questions or concerns, just let me know, and I give them my business card. So normally that's like my last on the totem pole because everything's been done. I do my best to at least have a note for each patient at least once or twice per week if they're here for a long period of time, so that's how I do it. If things get crazy, which it always does, I still look at my list. I still look back at my list and then just see what I've completed so far and then just reprioritize. I still use my structure where discharge plans and order take priority. After that, proxies, advanced directives, like regular orders like discharge consideration, transition needs, referrals, assessments, and stuff like that. And then if I have patients where there's nothing that a case manager needs to do, then I just follow up with the nurses, the physicians, and the patients to see, okay, why is this patient still here? Do you need anything from me? But that's normally last on the totem pole because normally the nurses will tell me, hey, just an FYI, this patient wants to see you, or the physician needs this, the physician needs that. So it's like we do work well as a team, I believe, on my floor, which is very lucky of me, and I couldn't ask for a better team, to be honest. So yeah, normally I have an idea of how my day is going to go when I look at my census, and we use the word scrubbing So when I say scrub, I don't want you guys to think I'm scrubbing the floor because my brother was saying that when he saw one of my videos. But scrubbing is basically where you're looking at each patient on your floor. You're seeing what needs to be done, what orders physicians have put in, what's pending, any procedures, like what. And then you kind of have to start thinking, okay, what is the safest discharge plan for this patient? Based on their diagnosis, based on their conditions, based on their home environment, what can I do to assist? So that's normally what I do when I scrub the unit every morning. And then I always put a note of what needs to be done, what's pending, and what I need to discuss in rounds, because our rounds are at 9 a.m. So that's what I normally prepare for. So that's what I was doing Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna go into greater details later on in the day, but I don't want this to be a so chatty part of my video. So right now I just made coffee. I'm drinking my smoothie. I got this from Factor 75. This isn't sponsored, by the way, but my brother told me to try this company because I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to have a healthier relationship with food. And when I tried meal prepping, I always end up wasting it. Like I spent all this time cooking it and I don't end up eating it, you know? So I figured let me just try this way, because I figured the price I pay for this weekly, it is about the same I pay for eating out and meal prepping at the same time, you know? So at least I know for this, I will actually eat the food and it won't go to waste. So this is Factor 75, I believe. I got the 6-day smoothie and 10 meals for this week. I'll show you the meal I'm gonna eat today, but again, it's not sponsored, but so far I had the salmon pesto last night and I had the strawberry and banana smoothie and it was pretty good. I feel like the tropical fruit is probably my favorite flavor. This is honestly pretty good, and I'm probably going to renew the weekly deliveries, and then hopefully I will go to the gym tonight, and then I will kickstart my workout journey again, because I was doing so well before Thanksgiving and then it just went downhill from there after Thanksgiving. So I think I'm going to clean the place a little bit, plan my week, my finances, because I bought a finance planning journal, if you would say. I'll show you guys later. And then I also bought an agenda from Target. So I'm really trying to get my life together. I have a lot of finance saving goals this coming year, pay off my credit cards, all that jazz. So I'll share with you guys later on in the video. But yeah, so I'm just going to start cleaning a little bit, and then I will follow with you guys later. Okay, so I want to show you guys what I plan to use this year to make myself more organized. And like I said earlier, I have a few savings, like financial goals that I want to set for myself and at least start this year. One thing I do want to do is start paying my student loans, because that's coming soon. And I want to pay off my credit cards, but then I also want to start building my savings. I want to have an emergency fund, general funds, like moving funds, and I have a few things I want to save up for my birthday. Depending on how this COVID situation goes, like I do want to travel or go somewhere for my birthday, but overall it's like I don't want to make the mistake where post undergrad I was working 2 years at a law firm and I didn't have any savings built up when I went back to grad school. Like I literally had to pull my 401k and I used that money to kind of survive like my first semester of grad school. So I don't want to look back 2 years from now knowing that I don't have any savings. So I want to start this year little by little. Like I think my main priority is to pay off my credit cards and then go aggressively with my savings. So to help me with that, I was looking on Amazon for a financial planner, and I came across this particular brand. It's called Clever Fox Budget Planner. So this is what it looks like. It comes in different colors, and what I really like about this book is you can customize it based on like the month. So it's not set for January. It's like you can literally fill it out. Let me just show you, for example. They also have like daily planners too, so I thought that was cool. So this is the first page. I don't know if you guys can see it. And this is like the months that you can fill in. And then like if you have any goals, you can put it in, like your paychecks, your savings goal, what your objective is for this month, and then also like your monthly goal, your checklist. And then on the next page, you plan out like your home expenses, your personal, your food, transportation, entertainment, healthcare, loans, and others. And then based on, you add your income, your monthly income, and then you put the total and then like the difference of like how much you spend. So I thought this was pretty neat. And then the next page, it has like your expense tracker. So like every time you make a purchase, you can always keep track of it. You know, so I thought this was pretty cool. And then at the end, you can calculate how much you spend. And then you can like, it asks you like the balance from last month, total income, how much you spent, and whether you met your goal, what you could do better. So like, it's also a good way to like reflect on how you spent, because I also want to be mindful of when I spend my money, because I realized I just spend, majority of it is on food. But I'm really trying to do better, and I really want to not make it like, this is serious. Like, I'm so serious right now. So it's like, I really need to be mindful of like how I spend my money, what I spend it on. I need to be an adult and just put some money aside and not spend money because I see it in my account, you know? So at the very end, there's this section where you can track all your savings. Like if you want to save up for a house, for a bag to treat yourself, for emergency funds, moving funds, general funds, you can put that. And also for like debt, if you have any credit card debt, loan debt, like student loans or like, you know, other stuff, it's also back here as well. So I thought this was pretty cool. So this is what the savings look like. You can label it, you can put the amount needed and the due date if you want to set a due date for yourself. So I thought this was pretty cool. And so far I'm doing pretty well. Last year, December, I didn't do well on my savings because we had a family trip to Universal. So a lot of my money went there because, again, I didn't save well beforehand. So the next thing I'm using is an agenda. So I was able to find this at Target. Like I literally just went to Target. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is kind of like my structure on how I would like a planner. Obviously it gives you stickers, which is really cute. And it's labeled by the months. And it's similar to the planner as the financial planner. You have the months labeled here, and then the way it's structured, I really do like it. So like each week you can map out your to-dos, emails, calls, your goals, weekly goals, what you need to do. And then on the next page, you have like your tasks for each day. So I thought this was a neat way for me to really organize my day. If I need to, you know, schedule like my upload for YouTube or to call my family, because I'm also trying to do better maintaining my relationships with my family and friends. So I can put a memo like to call my parents, to call my godparents, to call my friends and stuff like that. So I'm going to use these as well for this year. Now, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, if you're really into like visual, which I am too, I made myself a spreadsheet to coincide with my financial planner, because right there it has like all of my bills, my credit cards, my loans, my subscriptions, my memberships, and there I just keep track of like how I spend. And then I'm going to link this TikTok who went viral last year for her financial Google Drive sheet that she made. Is really, really cool. Like I used it for majority of the year. So, and I was able to redo mine for this year too. So I'm also planning on using that. So as you can see, I'm being a little bit aggressive with my finances and trying to be organized. But yeah, so I'm going to map out my expenses for tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow, and then I will check in with you guys when it's lunchtime. Guys, what's up? It is currently Saturday morning. I'm going to recap what I did yesterday, either tonight or tomorrow night. It was a busy day yesterday, but at the same time, it was like I didn't do much at the same time for me to like film really, because it was a lot of like me following up with the patients, the facilities, coordinating the discharge plans for a lot of patients. So again, I'll recap that tonight or tomorrow. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in a while last night, and I took it easy for a bit. I think today I'm just going to look at some of my old workouts from like my Lucas Duncan workout plans, and then that will probably be my workout schedule for the time being. I'm getting ready for my weekend shift right now. It's currently 6:30 in the morning. I need to pack my lunch. I already have my gym stuff in my bag, and then I might stop by Starbucks just to get some coffee, or I might just get it at the hospital. So let's get to it. All right guys, so this is what I'm packing for my lunch. I'm packing two of my factor meals because I work from 8 to 6:30. I normally eat lunch around 12:30, and then I'll have my dinner around 4:30, so that way after work I can just hit the gym. I might add an avocado to the meals, and then I have my banana and my smoothie for breakfast, as well as I'm trying this Alani Nu brand. I've been seeing this all over YouTube as well as TikTok for my protein shake after my workout. So I had the chocolate yesterday and it was pretty good. For my lunch and dinner, I'm having the red chili pork tamale bowl, and then also the keto turkey chili and zucchini. So far these meals have been really good. Again, not sponsored, but I think it's really practical for how my work schedule is and more cost efficient in my opinion. So I'm going to leave their link in the bio description below. And then yeah, so let me pack this up. I'm gonna head out soon, and then I will see you guys at the hospital.
Why's it gotta be so complicated? Maybe this love thing's overrated. My feet in the sand, my face in my hands. I know it's my fault cause I never make plans. And now you're telling me you love me, but you don't even know me. I'm trying to hang, but if you follow me slowly, yeah. Cause I've been thinking lately, if I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you in a different light. If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you in a different light, girl. Maybe we're too intoxicated, trying to have sober conversation. I'm saying I'm fine, we both know I'm lying. With you in that dress, girl, there ain't no denying, yeah. But that's the point I'm trying to get to, with every single issue and everything that you do, baby. I wanna make sure that girl, I take my time, try to get it right. I could see you in a different light. If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you in a different light, girl. Cause baby, I just need a minute to get my thoughts all aligned, so let our love intertwine. So baby, could I get a minute to get my thoughts all aligned, so we can do this right? If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you in a different light. If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you in a different light, girl. If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see you, baby, in a different light. If I take my time, try to get it right, I could see.
Hey guys, it is currently Sunday morning. Yesterday was a pretty busy day, to say the least. It was a lot of me following up with sniff referrals. oxygen delivery, home health care. So I spent a lot of time at my desk. So right now, again, like I said, it's Sunday morning. I'm making a pot of coffee. I'm about to pack my lunch. And then hopefully I leave within the next 20 minutes just to get there early, start my day, you know, the usual. So today I'm actually on 2 different floors. I believe both floors are med surg floors, so I'll have a lot of things to do. I think yesterday I had a total of 15 discharges on one floor and then 1 discharge on my COVID floor. So it was pretty busy to say the least, but you know, manageable based on how I was able to prioritize my day, and I was honestly taking it one patient at a time. So that's one thing that I kind of learned over the last couple of months when it comes to discharges, is to really not rush the process and to just take your time, if that makes sense. So let me pack my lunch and I'll see you at work.
You don't actually believe a single word I'm saying, do you? Oh, sure, of course I believe you. Great. Just repeat the words I'm about to say, all right? Moon, prism, power, makeup. Right! Moon, prism, power, makeup! Are happening in this city. Even the police can't handle what's going on. A dangerous enemy has appeared. You're the only one who can defeat this enemy. You're the guardian that's been chosen for this mission.